The Great Wall of China stretches over 13,000 miles, a testament to human ambition, a line drawn across the earth by countless hands over thousands of years. It's not just a wall, but a story written in stone, earth, and bone, a narrative of fear, power, and perseverance. Emperors, nomads, soldiers, and farmers are all bound together by this immense creation that snakes across mountains and deserts. The wall isn't a single structure, but a network of fortifications built by different dynasties over nearly 2 millennia. It reflects the changing fortunes of empires, the evolution of technology, and the persistent human desire to create order in a chaotic world. To walk its length is to travel through time, witnessing how rulers face the same challenge, protecting civilization from the world outside. The myth that you can see the wall from the moon is just that, a myth. But it speaks to the wall's immense scale, and our fascination with it. The wall is a human-made geological feature, a scar on the planet's surface that tells a story of collective effort. Let's journey back, not just as tourists but as explorers of a scientific and historical marvel. We'll investigate the forces that compelled its creation, the minds that designed it, and the millions who paid for it with their sweat and lives. This is more than a story of bricks and mortar. It's about the collision of cultures, and the enduring power of a line that became one of humanity's greatest wonders. It is a journey along the backbone of a dragon, a serpent of stone that has slept for centuries. Welcome to the story of the Great Wall. Our story begins before the name Great Wall existed in the Warring States period around the 7th century BC. China was a fractured land of rival kingdoms, each building defensive walls of rammed earth to protect their borders. These early fortifications were scattered, practical solutions to immediate threats, not a unified barrier. Each wall was a declaration: this land is ours. The turning point came in 221 BC when Qin Shi Huang unified China and became its first emperor. To defend against the nomadic Xiongnu tribes, he ordered the connection and reinforcement of existing northern walls. This was the birth of the Great Wall as a unified concept. Emperor Qin's vision was audacious. He commanded General Meng Tian to lead a massive workforce to the northern frontier. Their task: create a single defensive system stretching thousands of miles. The work was brutal, the conditions unforgiving. The wall they built was still primarily rammed earth, but on a scale never seen before. It was a statement of power, a message to the northern tribes and the world. A new empire had risen, protecting its borders with a barrier of earth and will. This was the first true Great Wall. The foundation was set for a project that would span centuries. The wall's story had only just begun. Who built the Great Wall? Not a single group, but a cross-section of society: soldiers, peasants, and prisoners. During the Qin dynasty, soldiers built and guarded the wall, fulfilling their military duty through back-breaking labor. Peasant families were conscripted, taken from their fields for months or years, enduring harsh conditions and separation from home. For many, it was a one-way trip. The wall became a place of sorrow and sacrifice. Convicts and political prisoners were also sent to work, often given the most dangerous tasks. Legends call the wall the longest cemetery on earth, a grim testament to those who perished. This immense river of people, soldiers, peasants, prisoners, formed the living engine of the wall's construction. Every stone is a silent tribute to the millions who built one of history's most ambitious engineering projects. Building the Great Wall was a triumph of ancient engineering and adaptation. The builders solved logistical puzzles across mountains, deserts, and plains, using local materials: stone in the mountains, rammed earth on the plains, reeds and sand in the desert. Transporting materials relied on human and animal power, with simple machines and human chains passing stones up steep inclines. Organization was key. Millions of workers needed supplies across thousands of miles day after day. The wall was more than a barrier, it was an integrated military defense system. Watchtowers built within sight of each other allowed for rapid communication using smoke by day and fire by night. A signal of danger could travel hundreds of miles in hours, enabling quick military response. The wall included fortresses, barracks, and storage depots, with a wide top for troops and horses to move swiftly. Crenellated battlements protected archers while they defended the empire. Every element served a purpose: seeing the enemy, communicating threats, and enabling coordinated defense. The The wall was a masterpiece of military architecture born from centuries of experience. It was a living, breathing system of defense. Its design was as ambitious as its scale. The Great Wall we see today is mostly the work of the Ming dynasty, which ruled from 1368 to 1644. Facing threats from Mongol and Manchu tribes, the Ming transformed the wall with kiln-fired bricks and massive stone blocks, bound by a mortar made from sticky rice. This innovation created a structure so strong that weeds still can't grow between the bricks in many places. The use of bricks allowed for faster construction and more sophisticated features: higher walls, complex watchtowers, and powerful fortresses. The Ming Wall became a series of interconnected fortifications, sometimes several rows deep, with massive forts at key passes. These forts were like cities, housing thousands of troops and withstanding sieges. The wall evolved from a passive barrier to an active layered defense zone. After the Ming, the Qing dynasty expanded China's borders beyond the wall, making its military purpose obsolete. Construction stopped, and the wall began its transformation from fortress to monument. The Ming era marked the wall's final and most magnificent chapter. Why build such a wall? The answer lies north, in the vast Eurasian steppe, home to nomadic peoples like the Xiongnu, Mongols, and Manchus. Their mobile, warlike societies clashed with China's settled agricultural civilization. The wall was a response to persistent raids, quick, devastating attacks that threatened the empire's stability. It was more than a military barrier. It was a cultural and psychological divide, separating the civilized world from the barbarian lands. The wall was an attempt to impose order on chaos, to create a clear boundary between two irreconcilable ways of life. Raids from the north could undermine the emperor's authority and the mandate of heaven. The wall shifted China's defense from reactive to proactive, preventing raiders from entering in the first place. Yet the wall was never perfect. It was porous, and nomads could still breach it or find weak points. Its effectiveness depended on the strength and morale of the soldiers who manned it. When the empire was strong, the wall was a formidable deterrent. When weak, it became a hollow shell. Its greatest success was in controlling small-scale raids and channeling larger armies to heavily defended passes. The wall gave China a strategic advantage, but it was never an impenetrable shield. It was a line of defense, and a line of contact between worlds. Life on the Great Wall was a mix of hardship, boredom, and moments of terror. Soldiers endured brutal winters, scorching summers, and scarce resources, stationed far from home for years. Their daily routine was monotonous, long hours on watch, scanning the horizon, fighting isolation and boredom. Graffiti and stories carved into the stones revealed their longing and camaraderie. Combat was rare but terrifying, a sudden reminder of why they were there. Around the wall, frontier towns grew, families of officers, merchants, artisans, and farmers supporting the garrisons. These settlements blended military and civilian life, crucial for maintaining the wall as a living defense. Farmers fed the troops, merchants traded goods, sometimes even with the nomads beyond. Life was precarious, always under the wall's shadow and the threat it was meant to contain. For those who lived there, the wall was home, workplace, and potential tomb. Their poetry and letters speak of longing, beauty, and the immense psychological weight of guarding civilization's edge. The human cost of the wall was as real as the stones themselves. After the Ming dynasty, the wall's military role faded as the Qing dynasty expanded China's borders. The wall, once a critical border, became a relic deep inside the empire. Nature and villagers reclaimed its stones. For centuries it was neglected. In the 20th century, its significance was reimagined as a symbol of national endurance and pride. Mao Zedong declared, "He who has not reached the Great Wall is not a true man," making it a patriotic pilgrimage. Today, the wall is both a symbol of China and a major tourist attraction, with restored sections near Beijing drawing millions. Yet most of the wall remains wild and unrestored, a testament to its true age and scale. Preserving such a monument is a challenge, balancing conservation with accessibility. In 1987, UNESCO recognized the wall as a World Heritage Site, highlighting its universal value. Its legacy now connects people, not divides them. What is the Great Wall in the end? A paradox. Built to divide, it now unites people in shared wonder. Once a symbol of fear, it's become a symbol of strength and achievement. The Wall is a silent witness to the rise and fall of dynasties, a 13,000-mile story we can walk upon. Standing on its ancient stones, we feel the weight of history and the echoes of the past. The Wall challenges our sense of time and scale, reminding us that the grandest achievements are built over generations. It is not just China's story but humanity's, a story of ambition, endurance, and the desire to leave a mark that echoes through eternity. The Great Wall is more than stone, it's a question, asking what great things we too are capable of.